Fear is something that only holds us back. And if you learn to ignore fear, you're just going to do much better. That's just my experience. I grew up in Kingsville, Texas, a little town next to Corpus Christi. I went through the public school education system there, and ultimately went to the university there in Kingsville called Texas A&I University at the time. Very humble beginnings. I lived in a little rundown trailer park there, and all the way through college, that's where I lived. When I was 17, still in high school, I enlisted to go into the Army National Guard. After about 6 months at my unit, I asked the company commander for his permission to attend officer candidate school. And so he granted me that permission. I went and I competed against a number of enlisted men that had ranks as high as E6. I was an E2 at the time. And ultimately, out of the 250 people who were going through that OCS class, I was the person who graduated first in the class and was designated the Distinguished Honor Graduate. I knew for sure that I wanted to go to law school. I was working for a dean of the College of Arts and Sciences there, and I asked him, what's the best law school there is? And he said Harvard. So I decided to first go and get a master's in public policy from Harvard, and then applied to law school, was accepted, and then went over there for 3 years. Anytime somebody needs to sue a corporation for high stakes damages, that's what I do. It means the world to me to be practicing with Frank Guetta because he is such a good person. When I say that he is my brother, I am not exaggerating. There are few people that I look up to as much as I look up to Frank. Michael is incredibly gifted. And when it comes to, I told you earlier about learning to be fearless, and you don't have to watch Michael for long to learn that is the secret sauce. I don't know that I know anyone who's as fearless as Michael Watts. The willingness to take on the biggest and baddest cases out there. The fact that, one day you're representing a lady who lost her husband in a tragic accident. The next day you're representing a large class of folks who lost their homes and were injured, and some of which even died as a result of a big power company being irresponsible out in California. The fact that we hold responsible corporations that have made it their business model to profit off of making addicts out of people. The fact that we are right in the middle of doing all those things you sign up to do as a plaintiff attorney, and that is to make the world a better place, one case at a time.